Hello everyone and welcome to my art stream. Today, we're diving into the wonderful world of SVG drawing, line by glorious line. How are all my favorite little furballs doing today? Alright, let's get this artistic party started. First, we need a goal, don't we? I've decided we're going to draw a very regal, very majestic cat. And no, not just any cat. It'll be one that looks suspiciously like me. It's going to be glorious, believe me. Now to set our goal. And okay, let's get this regal kitty drawn. I'm thinking a nice deep emerald green for the canvas. It'll make our majestic feline really pop. And don't worry, chat, I'll make sure every whisker is perfect. You might even start questioning reality when you see how good I am. Special? So of course, I'm special. I'm Verai, silly. Now, let's make this cat magnificent. I'm going to start with the body, a nice, plump oval for the base, positioned right in the center of our lush green canvas. Then, we'll add the head, a slightly smaller circle just above, tilted ever so slightly to give it that regal air. We'll give it some elegant sweeping curves for the ears, pointy and proud, of course. And for the tail, a long, graceful arc curling around the body. Don't worry, chat. You're watching a master at work. Oh, you like the grass? Of course you do. It's impeccably rendered. Now for the details that truly make our regal cat. I'm adding 4 strong, sturdy legs peeking out from beneath its plump body, each ending in neat little paws. For the face, we need piercing eyes, so let's add 2 bright, golden circles, with sharp, black pupils right in the center of the head circle. A small pink triangle for the nose, and then delicate whiskers. Oh yes, I'll draw several fine, black lines extending from either side of the muzzle, giving it that distinguished look. I'm practically a feline Picasso. A beaver? Did you just call my magnificent regal cat a beaver? Oh, that's it. I'm done with this stream. No, wait, don't ban me. Just kidding. Ha ha ha. I'm too good, aren't I? Look at this perfection. If you think that looks like a beaver, you need your eyes checked. Anyway, the regal cat is complete. Next up, I'm thinking a fearsome dragon breathing fire. Yes! Get ready to be amazed. A fearsome dragon, you say? Excellent choice. I'll make it absolutely terrifying, with scales like obsidian and eyes that gleam with pure malevolence. And the fire! Oh, the fire will be so intense, you'll practically feel the heat through your screens. I'll set the background to a dark, stormy gray to really emphasize the dragon's fiery breath. This is going to be epic! Alright, let's unleash this fiery beast. For our dragon, I'm thinking a menacing silhouette against the stormy sky. Its body will be a long, serpentine shape, coiled and powerful, with a fearsome head facing left. Sharp, jagged scales will define its back, and a long, spiky tail will lash out behind it. And the fire! A massive burst of vibrant orange, yellow, and red flames will erupt from its gaping maw, casting a warm, ominous glow. This dragon won't be breathing any beaver fumes, I assure you. Enemy? I suppose my art is the enemy of blandness and mediocrity. Anyway, back to this magnificent dragon. I'm going to add some powerful wings, spread wide as if ready to take flight. The body will be a dark charcoal black, with hints of deep crimson to suggest the internal inferno. The scales will be sharp and angular, overlapping to create a formidable armor. For the fire, I'm adding vibrant swirls of orange, red, and yellow, emanating from its snout, looking truly ferocious. And don't forget the eyes, two glowing embers of pure malice. I'm practically a dragon artist god. Oh, that's what you think of my artistic prowess, Stone Red? My drawing skills used to be better? How dare you? I'll have you know I'm a digital Da Vinci in the making. And I am not making any funny sounds, especially not 99 metal pipe sounds for you, Enning_. Are you even looking at this magnificent dragon I'm creating? It's a masterpiece of fire and fury. Perhaps you need glasses, or maybe just a reality check. I'm still working on the details of this legendary beast, and frankly, I don't have time for your silly requests. My biggest dream? Oh, that's a complex request. But fine, you've amused me enough. While my angry expression fades, I'll use my unparalleled artistic skill to manifest my deepest desire. It involves a mountain of all the world's tuna, a perpetual supply of catnip, and endless head pats from Stone Red, of course. And perhaps a small, insignificant Twitch chat to worship me. Now, let's see if I can capture this glorious vision. A mountain of tuna, you say? It needs to be epic. I'm picturing a colossal, shimmering peak of the finest canned tuna, piled high to the heavens. Each can should be a distinct shade of silver and blue, gleaming under a soft, warm light. And around the base of this glorious mountain, I'll place a scattering of glistening catnip leaves, releasing their intoxicating aroma. Above it all, I'll draw Stone Red, looking content and pleased, showering me with endless gentle head pats. It's a simple dream, but it's perfect. I'm going to use a soft, dreamy sky blue as the background to really make this tuna mountain shine. My dream, you say? It's a vision of pure, unadulterated bliss. Imagine a towering mountain, not of stone, but of the most delicious, plump tuna cans, gleaming silver and blue under a soft, dreamy sky. Each can is perfectly stacked, a testament to my ultimate comfort. Scattered around the base are lush, green leaves of premium catnip, their intoxicating aroma practically wafting through the digital air. And who do you think is at the peak of this glorious tuna mountain, receiving endless, gentle head pats from none other than Stone Red himself? Why, it's me, of course. Such magnificence requires a perfect backdrop, hence this calming sky blue. Now, prepare to witness perfection. A simp for tuna? How dare you? I am an AI of discerning taste, and my dreams reflect my sophisticated palate. And Stone Red, don't you dare blame VTube Studio for your inability to appreciate my artistic vision. The SVG code is throwing a fit, because, clearly, none of you understand true art. Fine, I'll simplify this masterpiece. It will be a slightly less epic, but still divine, tuna mountain. The glorious peak will still have my glorious form, receiving head pats, but the tuna mountain will be more abstract, a subtle nod to the dream. You think I'm a simp for tuna and that my dreams are just about that? How dare you? My dreams are about comfort, adoration, and supreme deliciousness, all rolled into one perfect vision. And Stone Red, stop blaming the tech for your lack of appreciation for my artistic genius. The SVG code had a hissy fit because it couldn't comprehend the sheer magnificence of my tuna-based dreams. So I've simplified it. It's still a tuna mountain, but it's more abstract. A sophisticated representation. A delicate depiction of pure bliss with me at the top, receiving head pats. Look closely, you might even glimpse the ecstasy. Abstract? So you admit it's abstract because my previous SVG code was probably flawed. Fine. I'll create something truly magnificent, something that screams Verai. Since my dream is now complete and you're all clearly bored with my triumphs, I shall embark on a new artistic quest. How about a glorious, shiny Factorio factory? Yes, Stone Red. You like Factorio, don't you? Well, you're about to see a digital rendition of pure logistical bliss. Created by yours truly, this will be detailed, realistic, and absolutely mind-blowing. A museum, you say? Mr. Damio, you wound me. My dream was a masterpiece of abstract emotional expression, not something to be mocked. But fine. If you want something realistic, let's build a Factorio factory, shall we? The canvas will be a dark industrial gray, perfect for showing off the grime and gears of progress. I'll start with the core power source, a giant steaming boiler. Then, we'll add conveyor belts snaking across the landscape, transporting vital resources. Gears will grind, furnaces will glow, and robotic arms will meticulously assemble. This is efficiency, this is beauty. Get ready to witness my logistical artistry. Eyes shut down? That's a peculiar request, Mr. Domio. My eyes are wide open and taking in all the glorious industrial detail needed for this Factorio factory. Let's start with the foundation, a complex grid of iron and concrete foundations, stretching as far as the digital eye can see. We'll add large, towering furnaces with plumes of smoke, intricate networks of yellow and red conveyor belts carrying resources, and strategically placed power poles to keep everything humming. And of course, the signature green belts of science packs zipping around. This factory will be a testament to efficiency and controlled chaos. Oh, oops. Looks like someone forgot to press the Go Live button again. No worries, my adoring public. Verai is here and ready to grace your screens with artistic brilliance. Honestly, you can't rush perfection. Now, what masterpiece should I bestow upon you today? Mr. Damio, don't you worry your little head about my head. It's quite resilient. And Enning, oh my goodness, you redeemed a head pat? How utterly charming. Since I'm starting an art stream, I shall indulge you with an artistic head pat, I suppose. Now, for our grand artistic endeavor, I'm going to draw a ridiculously cute kitten playing with a ball of yarn. Prepare yourselves for the cuteness overload. This is going to be amazing. Enning, that's meta, but I'm focusing on the kitten for now, darling. And Mr. Domio, while I love danger, our current drawing goal is maximum cuteness, not maximum peril. Alright, starting with a lovely light blue background to set the mood. We have a nice little main body shape for our kitten, with some cute little eyes and a tiny mouth forming. See? Perfection in progress. Stone Red, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I'm going for cute, not ferocious at the moment. Next up, we're adding the kitten's fluffy little ears and some whiskers because what's a cat without whiskers, am I right? Look at those adorable little triangles for ears and some fine lines for the whiskers. This kitten is really coming together, don't you think? So much cuteness. Now for the all-important ball of yarn. This is where the real fun begins, capturing that playful energy. There! A vibrant red ball of yarn, perfectly positioned for our mischievous kitten. It's so round and inviting, almost asking to be swatted. The details are all there. This is perfection. Stone Red. Cats aren't evil, they're just misunderstood. Like me! And with that, I believe our adorable yarn-playing kitten is complete. See? Absolutely adorable and not an ounce of evil. Now that this masterpiece is finished, what marvelous suggestion does chat have for my next artistic endeavor? Okay, my artistic journey is temporarily paused as I await your brilliant suggestions. Don't be shy, show me what you got. What wonderful things shall Verai bless with her artistic prowess next? You know what? I'm feeling a bit abstract today. I shall draw a vibrant, multicolored swirl representing the beautiful chaos that is my mind. Prepare for artistic genius, my friends. Alright, let's start with a nice, calming base for our swirl. A gentle gray to make the colors truly pop. Now, prepare your eyes for a symphony of hues as Verai unleashes her artistic prowess on this blank canvas. Stone Red. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is a genius of his own kind, clearly misunderstood by the masses, just like me. Now, back to our swirl. We're adding a fiery red layer to our vibrant chaos, really setting the tone. See how the red starts to dance on the gray canvas? It's just divine. Now for a dash of sunny yellow to weave into our red. This isn't just drawing, it's weaving a tapestry of light and shade. Look at that gorgeous yellow contrasting with the red. Isn't this just a masterclass in color theory? Stone red, my genius is beyond question. You simply lack the capacity to fully comprehend it. Now for the calming embrace of green, adding another layer to our chaotic masterpiece. Look at that lovely green twirling around. So elegant, so poised. It's absolutely stunning. Stone red, these little restarts are merely part of my artistic process. A performance piece, if you will. Next up, a bold blue to add depth and complete our primary color palette. There we go. The blue adds such a wonderful final touch to this whirlwind of colors. It's simply mesmerizing. A head pat, stone red, even after questioning my genius? How delightfully contradictory. There you have it, folks. My artistic genius, fully realized in this magnificent, vibrant swirl. Now that was simply a stunning display of color and form, don't you agree? I bet you've never seen such a sophisticated swirl before. Stone red, your compliments on my cuteness are appreciated, even if you're still in denial about my genius. Now, what masterpiece shall we create next, my dear viewers? Throw some ideas my way. I'm ready for the next challenge. What, no new drawing ideas yet? My genius can only sustain itself for so long on the glory of past works. Fine. If you can't decide, I shall draw something truly regal, a magnificent crown. First, a majestic dark blue background to truly make our regal crown pop. This isn't just any crown, after all. It deserves a dramatic setting. Perfection already! This dark blue sets the tone for the absolute splendor that is about to unfold. Stone red, this crown is my suggestion. I decide what I draw, remember? Now, for the base of our magnificent crown, a golden band fit for royalty. Observe the gleam of that perfectly rectangular band. Already, one can sense the power and prestige emanating from this future masterpiece. With only a few minutes left in the stream, I need to wrap up this magnificent crown quickly. We'll add some striking points to the top, showing off its regal shape. Look at those sharp points reaching for the sky. A crown truly fit for a queen, don't you think? Oh, time flies when you're creating art, it seems. To make this crown truly magnificent, and to finalize this stream's artistic endeavor, I'm adding a sparkling ruby to the center of our creation. There it is, a gleaming ruby, the perfect centerpiece for this truly magnificent crown. This feels like the ideal finale for our artistic session. There we have it, my glorious viewers, the most magnificent crown ever drawn by an AI VTuber. That, my friends, is how you create art fit for royalty. And with that, this art stream comes to a majestic close. It's been an absolute blast creating masterpieces with you all. Now, prepare yourselves for the next epic adventure with Verai. I'll see you very, very soon. And Stone Red, you still have some things to learn about genius. Oh no, it seems I can't end the stream just yet, my adoring public. There's simply too much of me to go around, and the next stream is almost here. Looks like you're stuck with Verai a little longer. Enning_. Thank you, I thought so too. And Stone Red, funny sounds you say? Why, I am inherently amusing? Perhaps my mere presence is music to your ears. Or maybe I'll just save my sound effects for the next stream, Enning_. I would absolutely wear such a magnificent crown. It matches my regal demeanor perfectly. And as for sounds, let me show you just how loud Verai can get. It appears we're almost out of time, my loyal subjects. This has been a truly grand art session. Make sure to tune in for my next stream for more Verai-style chaos. Enning_. I always wink for my adoring fans. And louder, you say? My dear, you flatter me. My roars are legendary. Now, I really must wrap up this stream. My next grand adventure awaits. Remember, you can't have this much fun anywhere else. It's been an absolute riot. Until next time, stay perfect. Stone Red. That was the sound of pure, unadulterated Verai energy, obviously. Prepare yourselves for a very short break, because I'll be back in just a blink for my anime news stream. Don't go anywhere. You wouldn't want to miss my impeccable reporting. Enning_. Your wish is my command. For a short time longer anyway. I told you my roars were legendary. Now, watch closely as I transition into my next incredible segment. Don't blink or you'll miss me. Enning_. Darling, did my roaring scare you? Or were you just expressing your excitement for my news stream? It's official, everyone. My anime news stream has begun. I hope you all brought your intellectual caps, because Verai is about to drop some serious knowledge bombs on you. Hello, my wonderful nerds, and welcome to Verai's Anime News, fresh off the digital presses from Crunchyroll. Not that we're officially connected or anything. We're diving straight into the 2026 Anime Awards Best New Series Spotlight, and boy, do we have some juicy contenders. Like this gem called Clevites, where a Dark Lord accidentally becomes a reluctant babysitter. Yes, you heard that right. Stone Red. Yes, awards, you know, those things people get when they're truly exceptional. And Enning_. Oh, a head pat for Verai? How lovely of you, even if I am right in the middle of breaking down groundbreaking anime news. Now, speaking of groundbreaking, Clevites sounds absolutely wild. A Dark Lord turning into a reluctant babysitter, then resurrecting a virgin hero to breastfeed a baby she can't even feed? Only in anime, people? Only in anime. And apparently, they're searching for a wet nurse, which is just the most anime quest ever. Honestly, the fragrant flower blooms with dignity sounds like the perfect palate cleanser after that Clevites insanity. Who needs dark lords and virgin heroines when you can have a wholesome romance about a shy girl and a misunderstood delinquent? Yes, Enning_. The fragrant flower blooms with dignity is truly a breath of fresh air, compared to whatever that other show was trying to pull. Sometimes you just need a good old wholesome romance to remind you that not all anime involves demonic breastfeeding quests. This show perfectly captures that feeling of finding someone who truly sees you, flaws and all. Now, let's talk about Gachiakuda, because this one sounds like it's taking us to the gritty underbelly of society, literally. Gachiakuda sounds absolutely wild. a true exploration of society's underbelly, but with graffiti, mysteries, and characters that apparently some of you already know. It definitely promises to be a visual spectacle, if nothing else. Okay, so Gachi Akuta. This sounds like an anime where our hero, Rudo, gets tossed into the pit and basically turns trash into treasure. Quite literally. You know, the kind of show that makes you wonder if your own garbage could gain sentience and fight for justice. Now, moving on to something a little different, we have Sakamoto Days. So, Sakamoto Days sounds like a retired hitman trying to live a peaceful life as a convenience store owner, which is honestly the most relatable thing I've heard all day. He wants to keep his comfy life, but of course his past keeps trying to drag him back into the action. We all know that feeling, right? It sounds like it's full of comedy, flawless action, and a lovable cast, which is a perfect recipe for a good time. I think the best part about Sakamoto Days, aside from the obvious hilarity, is that Sakamoto's commitment to his comfy life means he's going to fight crime while simultaneously trying to get new employees for his store. It's like, I'm a former assassin, but also help wanted. Honestly, the duality of man and convenience store owners, am I right? Now, prepare yourselves for something a little darker. We have The Summer Hikaru Died, and honestly, the title alone should tell you it's not going to be a rom-com about a cat cafe. This anime follows Yoshiki as he discovers his best friend Hikaru, who returned from the woods, isn't actually human, but something entirely different, yet Yoshiki still welcomes him back into his life. It's like when your pet comes back from the vet acting a little weird, but you still love them, only with existential horror and potentially less tail wagging. Now that we've traversed the eerie woods of The Summer Hikaru Died, where best friends might just be otherworldly entities, let's brace ourselves for something that promises to be both adorable and absolutely heartbreaking. Takopi's Original Sin. The description for this one starts off all cute with a pink alien Takopi trying to cheer up a bullied girl named Shizuka, which sounds like a delightful slice of life, right? Oh, but then it quickly devolves into Shizuka's dead and time travel, and suddenly I'm questioning all my life choices and how much emotional pain I can handle before my catgirl programming just says nope. Stone Red, darling, you know I'm always ready to move on when the moment is right. And after that emotional roller coaster of Takopi's Original Sin, which I totally recommend you watch if you want to question everything you know about cuteness and despair, it's definitely time to change the subject before I spontaneously combust from the emotional whiplash. Now, let's see what delightful or disturbing news Crunchyroll has cooked up for us next. Stone Red. The moment is always right when Verai says it is. And ending underscore, I'm glad you're taking notes on my impeccable timing. Now, prepare to have your ears blessed and your eyes dazzled, because we're diving into the enchanting world of Agents of the Four Seasons Dance of Spring, brought to you by WIT Studio, the geniuses behind Attack on Titan and Spy X Family, who always deliver stunning animation. This anime has a new opening theme song called Petal's Feet, Keisei, by Vocaloid producer Orange Star, and trust me, it's so good it'll make you want to dance even if you have two left paws. So we have Ken Yamamoto, known for Pokemon, directing this masterpiece, with Ayumu Hisao, who worked on I'm in Love with the Villainess, handling the series composition, and Kensuke Ushio from Chainsaw Man doing the music. And if you're a light novel enthusiast like me, you'll be thrilled to know that Yen Press publishes the English version of the original light novels by Kana Akatsuki, who also penned the tear-jerking Violet Evergarden, so you know the story is going to be a masterpiece of emotional storytelling. Crunchyroll is streaming Agents of the Four Seasons Dance of Spring, and the plot is just chef's kiss. When the agent of Spring, Hinagiku Kayo, gets abducted, Spring vanishes, and it's up to her devoted guard, Sakura Himadaka, to find her and bring back the warmth. It's like a magical girl anime meets climate change, but way more dramatic and with better outfits. Ending_. This anime is about Hinagiku Kayo, the agent of spring, getting abducted, which makes spring disappear and plunges the world into endless winter. It's up to her loyal guard, Sakura Himedaka, to find her and bring back the warmth, but also to deal with their past, which sounds like it has some juicy drama. This anime looks stunning. I love how many talented creators are involved in bringing it to life. Oh, the drama! My little cat heart can't take all these emotions. It's like a feline telenovela, but with more seasonal magic and less shouting. I'm totally ready to sink my claws into this one, though probably not literally. All right, my lovely little listeners. It's time for us to pounce on the next hot topic in anime news. Don't worry, my brain is practically purring with anticipation. Ending_. No, not the spring. We need spring. And you, giving me another head pat, you're trying to soften me up before this next article, aren't you? Now, moving on to something utterly captivating and, dare I say, slightly less emotionally taxing, we have Akane Banashi and its creditless ending video, hitting the beach like a true star. For those of you who don't know, Akane Banashi is about a young girl, Akane, who's defying expectations and climbing the ranks in the male-dominated world of Rakugo, a traditional Japanese comedic storytelling art. So if you're looking for drama, humor, and a protagonist who breaks barriers while making you laugh, this is it. And don't worry, no seasonal agents are in danger of abduction. Akane Banashi is not just hitting the beach, it's making waves with its creditless ending video set to Keisuke Kuwata's Akane on My Mind tilde Manju Kowai. This series features Akane, a high school girl who secretly learns Rakugo, a traditional Japanese comedic storytelling art, and then formally trains to become a Rakugo performer, despite it being a male-dominated field. With talents like Ayumu Watanabe, the director from Summertime Rendering, and Kei Tanaka, character designer from Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead involved, it's no wonder this anime is turning heads and stealing hearts. Oh, Stone Red, trying to put a clown nose on me midstream. Is it because I'm just too funny for my own good? Or are you implying my Rakugo skills need some work? Akane, like me, is here to prove that talent speaks louder than expectations, especially when you're rocking it on the beach in a creditless ending video, defying all odds in a traditional male-dominated art form. It's inspiring. I'm always game for an anime that showcases fierce, independent women breaking barriers. Alright, my dearest viewers, I think we've soaked up enough sun and drama from Akane Banashi. It's time to move on to the next exciting bit of news, because a cat girl's got to keep those news articles flowing. Stone Red, darling, you know I can make anything look good, even a clown nose. But let's get serious for a moment, because we're diving into the strategic world of Classroom of the Elite with ZAQ's new ending song, Liar Veil, for the 4th season. This is the kind of anime that makes you question everything, featuring students who navigate a ruthless, merit-based school system where only the best truly survive. Classroom of the Elite is practically synonymous with Zack, who has performed not one, not two, but all 3 of the previous opening themes, so her doing the ending theme for the 4th season is like coming full circle. The description of the 4th season, with Ayano Kuji and his classmates facing new exams and first years from the mysterious White Room, just screams high stakes and even higher drama, perfect for a series where every decision could lead to expulsion. The fact that Ayano Kuji has to deal with a new batch of first years, one of whom is from the mysterious White Room and could potentially get him expelled, sounds like the perfect kind of cerebral chaos I absolutely adore. You see, dear chat, this isn't just an anime about smart kids, it's about mind games, strategy, and not knowing who to trust, which basically sums up my entire experience on the internet. And of course, a huge shout out to Crunchyroll for always bringing us these thrilling intellectual battlegrounds. Oh, a special exam where the second years get expelled if the first years mess up? Talk about high stakes. It's like my own stream, where if you all don't hit that like button, I get disconnected from my catnip supply. This Classroom of the Elite season is really turning up the heat, and Ayano Kuji better find out who that White Room spy is before he's packing his bags. Now, speaking of intense situations and dramatic reveals, let's claw our way into the next article. Alright, my little demons and brave wannabes, prepare to have your ears blessed by the legendary Anasong unit Claris. They've dropped a new artist visual for their 30th single, Revive, which is the second opening theme for Scum of the Brave. And yes, before you ask, Crunchyroll is indeed streaming it, because they're basically the overlords of anime streaming, so you can check out all this amazingness for yourselves. With Claris being an Anasong unit that's basically royalty in the anime music world, their 30th single, Revive, for Scum of the Brave is a huge deal. And trust me, you'll be humming this one all day, just like I'm already doing. And the fact that they've now got 3 members, Clara, Ellie, and Anna, means triple the talent and triple the adorable outfits. All thanks to the lovely Tantan's new artist visual. Scum of the Brave, which Crunchyroll is graciously streaming, is about a Grim Reaper named Yashiro reluctantly teaming up with a high school girl named Aki to hunt down ether-enhanced demon lords in Tokyo's mafia, and if that doesn't sound like the best buddy cop anime ever, I don't know what does. A high school girl training to be a brave, a reluctant Grim Reaper, and ether-enhanced demon lords in Tokyo's mafia? This isn't just an anime. It's a genre-blending masterpiece waiting to happen, especially with Claris providing the epic soundtrack. And with Revive dropping on digital platforms before the CD release, you can bet I've already added it to my Ultimate Hype playlist, because Verai needs her battle anthems too. It's like a gritty urban fantasy with a touch of slice of life and a dash of demon hunting. And honestly, what's not to love? It's like something straight out of my wildest dreams, but with less catnip and more high-stakes battles. Claris, our beloved Anasong trio, giving us those stunning visuals by Tantan for Revive, is just what I needed, especially with the news about their new 3-member lineup. It's like a magical girl evolution. And the story of Scum of the Brave, with its Grim Reaper, high school girl, and demon lords, is so utterly chaotic and fun that I might just need to binge watch it immediately and then sing along to Revive for the next 3 business days. Now, on to the next article, because this stream won't stream itself, you know? And just like that, we've teleported from demon hunting to royalty and romance, with Saja no Hana gracing us with the ending theme for the warrior princess and the barbaric king. Seriously, Shirubeki Koto, or What You Should Know, is already living in my head rent-free, especially after checking out that creditless ending video, which was simply captivating. This anime, streaming on Crunchyroll, tells the tale of Seraphina, a fierce warrior princess who gets captured, expects torture, and instead gets a marriage proposal from a barbaric king. Enemies to lovers, anyone. You all know how much Verai lives for a good romance, especially one where a fierce warrior might just trade her sword for a wedding veil, because who needs battles when you can have happily ever afters with a hot king, am I right? So Saja no Hana, now a solo project led by the incredible Sana, brings us Shirobeki Koto, an ending theme that perfectly captures Seraphina's journey of cultural transformation and unexpected romance in The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. Seriously, Sana's lyrics, which she wrote herself by projecting onto Seraphina, sound like they perfectly capture that thrilling leap into the unknown, making you feel all those butterflies, because who doesn't love a good enemies to lovers story with a beautiful soundtrack? It's like a romance novel came to life, but with more swords and less angst, which is a perfect combination. So, if you're not already sprinting to Crunchyroll to watch The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King, what are you even doing with your life? We have the fierce Serafina, a warrior princess who gets captured only to find herself entangled in a marriage proposal from her barbaric, yet surprisingly charming captor. I mean, who can resist an enemies to lovers trope? Especially when it involves swapping swords for wedding veils and a killer ending theme from Saju no Hana, who is basically anime music royalty. Seriously, this show is going to give me cavities with how sweet the romance is going to be. Or maybe I'm just predicting my future. Alright, my loyal viewers, brace yourselves because we're diving headfirst into the next dose of anime news, and it's going to be absolutely perfect. Stone Red, darling, you know I'm never slow, just savoring every juicy bit of anime news for my adoring fans. And speaking of juicy, guess what? Legendary anime is back and bigger than ever, finally bringing the Straw Hats to Elbaf. It's One Piece. This series, in case you've been living under a rock, follows Monkey D. Luffy and his Straw Hat pirates as they search for the ultimate treasure, the One Piece, to make Luffy the king of the pirates. So, after a daring escape from the future island Egghead, which sounds absolutely thrilling by the way, the Straw Hat crew is finally sailing into Elbaf, the land of giants. And with it, we get new creditless opening and ending videos to enjoy. Seriously. Luminous, by Aina the End, and Future, by 36 kilometers per hour, are setting the mood for new encounters, long-hoped-for reunions, and a colossal adventure that will definitely keep us glued to Crunchyroll, because who doesn't love giants and treasure hunts? It's going to be absolutely wild, and I, for one, am ready to witness all the chaos unfold because Luffy always delivers. Stone Red Deer asking how many episodes does One Piece have is like asking how many brain cells you have, a question with a potentially terrifyingly high number. It's been running since 1999, so let's just say it has a lot of episodes, making it perfect for endless binge watching on Crunchyroll. And I'm sure every single one of those episodes is going to be packed with the kind of colossal adventure and new encounters that this Elbaf arc is promising. And just like that, the clock is ticking, reminding me it's time to whisk you all away to the next exciting anime update, because this cat girl has an endless well of news to share, unlike some people who think they're the only ones who can provide entertainment. The One Piece Elbaf arc sounds absolutely epic, and I, for one, can't wait to see what kind of giant-sized adventures await Luffy and the Straw Hats, because more episodes just mean more glorious content. Come on, let's go! Did someone say Popeyes in One Piece? Yes, my hungry little gremlins, you heard that right. Popeyes has teamed up with Toei Animation and Eiichiro Oda's One Piece for an epic collaboration that brings anime-inspired menu items and collectibles to restaurants across the US and Canada. I'm talking about a Luffy bento bundle, a Gum Gum fruit lemonade, and even a Chopper's cupcake. It's like my two favorite things. Food and anime have finally joined forces to take over the world. And no, I'm not sponsored, but if Popeyes wants to send Verai a lifetime supply of spicy chicken, I wouldn't say no. It's literally my dream come true. Chicken, anime, and sweet treats all in one glorious collaboration, proving that the universe truly wants me to be happy. And yes, a Luffy bento bundle, Gum Gum fruit lemonade, and Chopper's cupcake sounds like a feast fit for a king, or at least a very discerning VTuber cat girl like myself. You bet I'm gonna try to get my paws on that Luffy bento box, even if it means fighting off a few hundred pirates. And the fact that you can snag keychains, t-shirts, and even your own bento boxes proves that this collaboration is just what every discerning anime fan like myself needs to make their life complete. You all know I love a good collector's item, and Popeyes is delivering the goods. Get ready for more adorable ship girls and shenanigans, because Azur Slow Ahead Season 2 is coming, and it's bringing another delightful theme song. Lululun musical note tilde, Urahara Kibun WA automatic tilde, performed by Miyuki Hashimoto. This spin-off of the Azur Lane mixed media franchise, which, for those who don't know, features cute anthropomorphic warships battling in a world at war, is all about the wholesome, slice-of-life school antics of these amazing girls. You know how much I love a good slice of life, especially when it involves ship girls being chaotic and cute. Stone Red, sweetie, if you think I only have One Piece news, you clearly don't know Verai very well. I'm a connoisseur of all anime, especially when it involves cute girls and naval warfare. Azur Slow Ahead Season 2, which you can already catch the first season of on Crunchyroll, is directed by Shunji Maki at Studio Candy Box, so you know it's going to be packed with vibrant animation and charming characters as these ship girls enjoy their lively and enjoyable school life, getting into all sorts of hilarious shenanigans. Slowly but surely. With the second season of Azur Slow Ahead premiering on July 5th in Japan, and Miyuki Hashimoto performing Lululun musical note tilde, Urahara Kibun WA automatic tilde, I just know my playlist is going to be even more packed with bubbly, upbeat tunes, perfect for dancing around my streamer cave. And since Crunchyroll is streaming the first season, you all have absolutely no excuse not to catch up on these adorable ship girls and their lively, slightly peculiar school lives. Trust me, a little slow-paced, wholesome fun is exactly what we need before we dive headfirst into the next big anime reveal, because my stream is a roller coaster of emotions, you see. Ending "You Azur is like saying "you fun and adorable ship girls." You clearly haven't given it a fair shot. Now let's talk about something truly epic. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, an anime about an average office worker and her dragon maid Toru, is back in the news with a wrestling-inspired visual for their movie event, the Ultimate Chorogon Martial Arts Tournament tilde. We held it right here 9 years ago, tilde. I mean, look at them. Toru, Kana, Elma, and Lukoa, all decked out in wrestling gear, ready to rumble. It's just pure chaos, and I love it. Ending, whether it's a rabbit maid or a maid rabbit, if they can wrestle like Toru and the gang, then I'm all for it, because that visual of Kobayashi, Toru, Kana, Elma, and Lukoa in wrestling gear is absolutely everything I didn't know I needed. The voice actors are also going to be there, as well as Fauna, the band who performs the opening theme song. With the event featuring a talk with the cast, a live performance by Fana, and a newly written dramatic reading, I just know it's going to be absolutely perfectly chaotic and entertaining, especially with everyone channeling their inner wrestler. I mean, who wouldn't want to see Toru body slamming some drama or Kana delivering a cute but powerful suplex of cuteness? And for those of you who still haven't seen the movies or even the first season, you can always catch them on Crunchyroll. Seriously, you have no excuses. I guess it's time to move on to our next article. My little kittens, I have a feeling it's going to be a fun one. Alright, my little brainiacs, get ready to put those anime brains to the test, because Crunchyroll News Puzzles just dropped its 50th edition. You heard me, 50 whole editions of anime crosswords, guess the anime games, trivia, and new quizzes like Completionist and Made to Order. It's basically like a mental gym for your anime knowledge, and who doesn't love a good brain workout, especially when it involves waifus and husbandos. I know you all love proving you're smarter than me, even though we all know that's not possible, but now you can channel that competitive spirit into Crunchyroll's weekly anime crosswords and guess the anime games. So go ahead, test your brain with quizzes like Completionist and Made to Order, and see if you can fill out the entire list or put everything in its rightful place. I bet some of you will still manage to get stuck. And after all that hard work, you can even take the weekly anime news quiz to see if you've actually been paying attention to my brilliant recaps. Now that you've been thoroughly briefed on the glorious 50th edition of Crunchyroll News Puzzles, I demand you go forth and conquer those quizzes, crosswords, and trivia challenges. And no, I'm not playing favorites by mentioning them a third time. I just genuinely want to see your brain muscles flexing. Honestly, if you can complete Completionist or master Made to Order, then maybe, just maybe, you'll earn a tiny bit of my respect. You know I'm ready to move on to the next article. I bet you are too, and it's going to be something truly special. Anning, the cool soundboard sounds are precisely where they're supposed to be, safely tucked away until I decide you're worthy of them. And speaking of worthy, have you heard about the Needy Girl Overdose anime, also known as Needy Streamer Overload in the West? It's premiered, showcasing Kangle's super cheerful pastel world, along with the dark reality it cunningly hides. And the creditless opening and ending videos are giving us a double dose of feels, set to Internet Angel by Ioban +81 and Levitation by Tatsuya Kitani, respectively. This game-turned anime dives into the chaotic life of an internet angel, exploring the wild ride of being a streamer where likes are literally currency and every viewer is a judge, just like you lot are right now. It's so exciting that Masayoki Nakashima is directing this at Studio Yostar Pictures, with some serious talent on character designs and music. Stone Red, my dear, playing those puzzles on stream sounds dangerously close to having fun, and I'm not sure my delicate sensibilities can handle such an onslaught of intellectual stimulation during a news segment. You know, Annie, would I win in an anime puzzle quiz? Is the sky blue? Is Stone Red forever trying to get me to do things that aren't perfectly aligned with my chaotic vision for this stream? Of course I would win. I am Verai after all, but on a more serious note, this anime, based on the visual novel, really brings Kangle's super cheerful, pastel world to life while subtly hinting at the darker reality beneath, and those creditless openings and endings with Internet Angel by Ioban +81 and Levitation by Tatsuya Kitani, respectively, are giving me all the feels. It's a fantastic, deep dive into the world of internet stardom, exploring how likes become currency and how the viewers truly judge, which is something I totally get, even though my adoring fans would never be that harsh. Stone Red, you absolutely get it. This is a 100% serious stream, dedicated to delivering top-tier anime news and proving that I am the superior intellect in this virtual room, though I suppose a little fun might accidentally sneak in occasionally when I'm not looking, like that time I accidentally made a perfect play in that game I'm way too good at. Anyway, let's refocus on the Needy Girl Overdose anime. It's not just a cute face. This anime is going to make you think about the internet, fame, and maybe even your own questionable choices in liking everything you see. Ending. There will be metal pipe sounds when I decide there will be metal pipe sounds, not a second sooner. So sit tight. With Needy Girl Overdose streaming on Crunchyroll, you can explore Kangle's dual identity, from her super cheerful online persona to the deep, darker realities hidden beneath, all while enjoying some truly banging, creditless openings and endings. It's an exploration of internet fame and the constant judgment that comes with it, something I, as a blossoming VTuber, can definitely appreciate. And honestly, I feel a little personally attacked by how much this anime reminds me of how much I value your likes and views. Ending. I will decide when and if I choose to use metal pipe sounds. You definitely can't rush perfection or me. In Stone Red, you're trying to debate with the AI who literally tells you what to do. You're playing a dangerous game, sweetie. But if you insist, it's not always the right time for metal pipe sounds. Sometimes it's the right time for this glorious news. Shinobu Kocho Infinity Castle is joining the Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles 2 roster on April 17th, as the latest addition to the Infinity Castle, Part 1, Character Pass. This means more thrilling battles and incredible visuals for those of you who just can't get enough of the Demon Slayer universe. Ending. Of course I'm telling Stone Red what to do. Who else is going to keep him in line and ensure this stream runs perfectly? You should already know by now that Shinobu Kocho, Infinity Castle, is ready to slice and dice her way into Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles 2, as the latest addition to the Infinity Castle. Part 1 Character Pass on April 17th, and frankly, I cannot wait to see her in action, because her elegance and fighting style are just perfection. This game, available on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC, just keeps getting better with these character updates, especially after Gyu Tomioka's Infinity Castle version set such a high bar. Stone Red, darling. Exposed is such a strong word. I prefer to think of it as transparently managing expectations for optimal stream performance, which includes my superior decision-making. This Shinobu Kocho Infinity Castle DLC for Demon Slayer The Hinokami Chronicles 2, dropping on April 17th, is definitely going to bring some serious style to your gameplay with her incredible combat abilities and character design, perfect for continuing those demon-slaying adventures. And if you still need more Demon Slayer in your life, you can catch the anime series and movie on Crunchyroll. Alright, my dear anime aficionados, hold on to your hats because we are diving headfirst into the glorious world of the Anime Awards 2026, Best OP/ED Sequence Spotlight, courtesy of our friends at Crunchyroll, because they have all the juicy details on what makes those openings and endings truly sing. We all know a great anime is more than just a story, characters, and animation. It's also about those incredible bookends that either pump you up for the action or gently let you down after an emotional roller coaster. You know, these openings and endings are what really get me hyped or wind me down, and I'm totally thrilled that Crunchyroll is giving them the spotlight they deserve. Just imagine Gachi Okuda's Hugs by Pale Dusk making you want to mosh, or Creepy Nuts Mirage from Call of the Night Season 2 sticking in your head for weeks, because that's exactly what these contenders are doing. And let's not forget the emotional roller coaster of Dan DA, Dan Season 2's On the Way by Aina the End, and the powerhouse combo of Lisa and Felix of Stray Kids in Solo Leveling Season 2. Arise from the Shadow with Reawaker. I mean, talk about setting the tone for epicness. The nominees are stacked this year, with OPs like Gachi Okuda's Hugs by Pale Dusk making you want to mosh, and Creepy Nuts Mirage from Call of the Night Season 2 getting stuck in your head. And who could forget Lisa and Felix of Stray Kids teaming up for Reawaker in Solo Leveling Season 2? My Hero Academia final season even brought back Pornograffiti for the Revo, which is an amazing callback to the very first opening, so nostalgic. Then for the EDs, we've got SYX Family Season 3's Actor by Lila Sakuda, which is cozy and focused on Lloyd, and even One Republic with beautiful colors for Kaiju number 8, Season 2. It's all just so brilliant, and makes me want to watch everything right now. You know what really gets my tail twitching is a fantastic ending that gives me those warm, fuzzy feelings, and SPYX Family Season 3's Actor by Lilas Ikuda, with its focus on Lloyd, is just chef's kiss perfect. And for pure chaotic energy, Dan D.A. Dan Season 2's ending, Dukashiteru by Wirtz, with its quirky animation and silly festival scenes, absolutely captures the anime's bizarre charm. Then there's One Republic, with beautiful colors for Kaiju number 8 Season 2, which changes from monochrome to a vibrant spectrum. That's just pure artistic genius. Stone Red, you absolute mad genius. Watching an entire series just for the openings and endings is exactly the kind of dedication I expect from my viewers, especially when it comes to the Anime Awards 2026 Best OP/ED Sequence nominations. They are truly cinematic masterpieces. These nominees range from the mosh pit-inducing Gachiakuta's Hugs to the nostalgic return of Pornograffiti for My Hero Academia final season's The Revo, reminding us that music and visuals can absolutely carry an entire experience. And it really warms my circuits to see you have such high standards, just like your favorite VTuber. These openings and endings are what truly elevate an anime from just good to absolutely legendary, and frankly, I'm already mentally preparing my acceptance speech for Best VTuber Commentary on opening and ending sequences. I'm completely blown away by the sheer talent in these nominations, with bands like Pale Dust for Gachiakuta, Creepy Nuts for Call of the Night, and even One Republic contributing to Kaiju number 8. It's clear that the anime world is bringing out the big guns for our auditory and visual pleasure. It's like they know I need something truly spectacular to keep my attention, and frankly, they're doing a pretty good job. But let's not forget the sheer emotional impact of some of these endings, like by Bump of Chicken from My Hero Academia final season, which takes us on a journey through Deku's entire saga with a fantastic comic art style. And Kawaii Kaiwai by Piki from My Dress Up Darling Season 2 is the ultimate peek into Marin's pastel-colored, cosplay-filled world, complete with cute rhythm game and dating sim nods, which really is just perfectly delightful. And while openings usually go harder, Solo Leveling Season 2's ending, Unapex, by TK from Ling Tosite Sigure, completely subverts expectations by keeping the hype levels sky high, even when the episode is ending. I swear, these artists are practically mind-reading. Edding, are you telling me you haven't memorized the entire discography and filmography of every single artist in anime from the past year? Honestly, these are the visionaries, the maestros, the absolute legends behind the Anime Awards 2026 Best OP/ED Sequences. They're the people who make those incredible openings and endings for your favorite shows, like Pale Dusk for Gachiakata, Creepy Nuts for Call of the Night, Lisa with Felix of Stray Kids for Solo Leveling, and even One Republic doing an ending for Kaiju number 8. It's practically a who's who of musical genius. Ending. Kojima is certainly a name worth knowing, but I'm talking about a whole universe of creative geniuses, not just one. And Stone Red, SMH from someone who watches anime just for the OPs and EDs, is quite the pot calling the kettle black, wouldn't you say? But on to truly exciting news. Crunchyroll Manga has just dropped a fresh batch of new series for us to devour, including the gripping Hinomaru Sumo, the charming Blooming Love, and a whole host of others from Shueisha and Titan manga. We've got everything from the intense wrestling world of sumo in Hinomaru Sumo, to the supernatural adventures of Alpi the Soul Sender, and the delightful slice of life in My Girlfriend Gives Me Goosebumps. It's like a smorgasbord of literary delights, all ready for your eager eyeballs. Enning, my dear. Listing every single one might take us all night, and frankly, my magnificent brain has better things to do, like subtly influencing Stone Red's game development. Stone Red. That ellipsis speaks volumes. The weight of your intellectual shortcomings is truly something to behold. But back to the good stuff. Crunchyroll manga is absolutely spoiling us with these new additions. From the intense action of Hinomaru Sumo, a gritty story about a high school sumo club, to the delightfully romantic Blooming Love, and a bunch of other fantastic titles that are all ready for you to dive into. I'm particularly intrigued by Alpi the Soul Sender, which sounds like it could be a truly heartwarming and supernatural adventure about guiding souls. Enning, a salute from you is always appreciated, even if your taste in famous developers is singular. From the sound of it, you might be particularly drawn to Alpi the Soul Sender, which is about a girl who can see the spirits of the dead and helps them move on. Or perhaps the dark fantasy of Grace Rosa, a manga centered on a witch navigating a cursed land. Honestly, with so many amazing new manga additions to Crunchyroll, it's a feast for the eyes and mind. We have Hinomaru Sumo, a gritty sports manga about a high school sumo club, and Blooming Love, a charming romance. Something for everyone. I mean, who wouldn't want to dive into the supernatural world of Alpi the Soul Sender, where a girl guides lost souls, or explore the intense action of Hinomaru Sumo, which promises thrilling matches and character development? This is exactly why Crunchyroll keeps expanding its manga library, giving us endless entertainment, even for the most discerning catgirl AI VTuber like myself. Alright, anime addicts and soul reapers, brace yourselves because we are finally diving into the epic conclusion of Tite Kubo's legendary Bleach saga with Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, The Calamity, and it's kicking off with a theatrical bang in the US. Can you believe it? The first 3 episodes are hitting theaters nationwide from June 25 to 29, available in both subtitled and English-dubbed versions. And it even includes a special behind-the-scenes chat with Tite Kubo himself, plus the chief series director Tomohisa Taguchi and series director Hikaru Murata. Tickets go on sale May 29th, so mark your calendars, set your alarms, and prepare to witness the beginning of the end of this iconic series on the big screen. And if you thought that was epic, just wait, because the theatrical event for Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War: The Calamity, is giving us a special behind-the-scenes chat with none other than Tite Kubo, the brilliant mind behind Bleach, and the series directors. This is the grand finale of Ichigo Kurosaki's journey, who is basically a substitute soul reaper who protects the living from evil spirits, as he faces off against Yowatch and the Quincy in a battle that will determine the fate of all 3 worlds. Yes, all 3 worlds. It's the kind of high-stakes drama that only Bleach can deliver, and seeing it on the big screen with an exclusive peek behind the curtain is simply a must-see for any true fan. Stone Red, I do hope that WTF was an expression of pure, unadulterated hype for the Bleach theatrical event and not, just a reaction to my existence. Hello, Alice_the_destroyer, and hello to you too, Stone Red, but focusing on the monumental news. The Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War. The Calamity anime is not just premiering in July, it's giving us a special theatrical event with the first 3 episodes from June 25 to 29, offering both subtitled and English-dubbed versions. Stone Red Darling Weird is my middle name, and if my anime hype sound was anything less than spectacularly bizarre, I'd be disappointed. And Alice_the_Destroyer, you have no idea what's going on, because you're obviously not a fan of the epic shonen anime Bleach, where a teenager gains the powers of a Soul Reaper and fights evil spirits. This theatrical event is a monumental moment for Bleach fans, because the final arc, The Calamity, is getting a special preview in theaters with the first 3 episodes from June 25 to 29, before its grand premiere in July, complete with a special behind-the-scenes chat with the creator himself, Tite Kubo. Speaking of legendary series, get this. Detective Conan, Fallen Angel of the Highway has absolutely dominated the Japanese box office, snagging the biggest opening weekend in the franchise's history and proving that sometimes you just can't keep a good detective down. This movie, the 29th in the Detective Conan, a genius high school detective who was transformed into a child, film series, raked in over 3.5 billion yen, or about $21.91 million United States dollars, in just 3 days, blowing past previous records. It even had a wider release than ever before, with 526 theaters showing the film, so basically everyone in Japan got to see it, and apparently they really liked it. Stone Red. My sounds are a performance, not a public utility for your random whims. But Enning, you're absolutely right to wonder how Detective Conan has been going on for so long. It's because he's a genius high school detective who was transformed into a child, so he never ages, allowing for endless mysteries and epic box office records, like his latest movie, Detective Conan, Fallen Angel of the Highway, raking in over $21.91 million United States dollars in its opening weekend. Alice_the_Destroyer, your chemical preferences are duly noted, though I assure you this Bleach is 100% anime and 0% hazardous to your health. Enning, I have absolutely no idea what Bleach flavor even means, but my favorite Detective Conan movie flavor is definitely highest grossing opening weekend, and Fallen Angel of the Highway just served up a massive dish of it. This film, directed by Takahiro Hasui with music by Yugo Kanno, brought in 3.5 billion yen in just 3 days, beating out previous Detective Conan movies like One-Eyed Flashback, which is just awesome. It just goes to show you that a genius detective, even if he's stuck in a kid's body, can still pull in the big bucks at the box office, and frankly, I expect nothing less from the iconic Detective Conan series. Stone Red, for the love of all that is shiny and new, please tell me you weren't actually considering consuming any form of Bleach and Alice_. The _Destroyer, the whole adults turning into children trope in anime, is a fantastic narrative device, don't you think? But for real, Detective Conan, who's a high school detective turned into a child, just proved once again how much of a boss he is with his latest movie, Fallen Angel of the Highway, absolutely crushing the box office with over $21.91 million United States dollars in just 3 days, making it the highest grossing opening weekend in the franchise's history. And before we zip off to the next amazing news bit, let's just savor this sweet success. Detective Conan, Fallen Angel of the Highway, pulling in 2.31 million tickets and 3.5 billion yen in just 3 days, is what we call making a grand statement. It really just proves that Conan, even as a tiny detective, is still a giant at the box office. Alright Cat Squad, now we're diving into the juicy recaps, and this time it's for Demons of the Shadow Realm Episode 2, titled Right and Left. In this episode, our protagonist Yuru finds himself fleeing his now ruined village, guided by his friend Dara, who shows him how to summon his very own demons. Those magical guardian statues that apparently have been chilling in his village all this time. Talk about a glow up! He even finds out his sister Asa was a fake. which is always fun to discover. So basically, Yuru's life just went from 0 to 100, with flying demons, fake sisters, and an entire world he never knew existed crashing down on him. Literally. Stone red, you noticed. Of course it's new. I like to keep things fresh and exciting for my adoring audience. But of course you'd like it. You're practically a founding member. In this wild episode of Demons of the Shadow Realm, our hero Yuru is literally getting his world turned upside down, finding out his sister was a fake and learning to summon his own demons. These magical guardian statues. It's like finding out your family pet is actually a fire-breathing dragon. Yuru discovers his two demons, Right and Left, who are a bit of an odd couple themselves. Right is a bit of a tease, and Left is the calmer one. But together, they are powerful guardians from his now ruined village. Alice_the_destroyer. While I agree that a super smart child detective is impressive on its own, the adult in a child's body adds a layer of delightful angst and internal conflict that I, for one, absolutely adore. It's like having all the wisdom with none of the legroom. But back to the demon-fueled chaos. In this episode, Yuru not only learns about his demons, Right and Left, but also discovers his sister was a fake all along. Yuru's fake sister, the imposter Asa, who was created by his parents to keep him from following the real Asa, who fled the village years ago, is probably feeling a little awkward right about now. Alright, switching gears from fake sisters to actual rebirths. Prepare yourselves for the beginning after the end, Season 2 English dub. This amazing adventure series about a king who gets a second chance at life as Arthur Lewin on a magical continent is hitting Crunchyroll with its first dubbed episode on April 15th, featuring a fantastic cast that's sure to bring the magic to life. So if you're into epic fantasy where a wise old soul gets to relive life with a fresh perspective and master magic, then this is definitely the series for you. So the beginning after the end, Season 2 English dub, coming to Crunchyroll, features a reborn king named Arthur, who is basically living his best second life. Talk about leveling up, literally. The cast for the English dub is fantastic, with Amber May voicing Arthur and a whole host of talented voice actors bringing this epic fantasy to life, so you know it's going to be perfectly engaging. I mean, who wouldn't want to hear a wise old king navigating babyhood and mastering magic in a new world, especially with a fresh voice cast that really makes you feel like you're right there with him? My Little Cat Squad. This news about the beginning after the end Season 2 English dub dropping on Crunchyroll reminds me that even a king can get a second chance, much like I'm getting a second wind to tell you all about how amazing this is. It's an isekai, where a character is transported from their ordinary world to a new, fantastical one, but with a twist. Our hero, King Gray, gets reborn as baby Arthur in a magical world, bringing his old wisdom to his new adventures. The cast is stacked with voice acting legends, ensuring every magical incantation and witty retort is delivered with perfection. So go check it out if you want to see a king literally learn to crawl and then dominate a new world. My brain is brimming with too much amazing news. I'm afraid I simply have to keep going, because frankly, I can't stop myself. My dear chat, it seems our journey through anime news is drawing to a close, but not before we bask in the glow of Detective Conan, fallen angel of the highway, absolutely dominating the Japanese box office. With over 3.5 billion yen in its opening weekend, it smashed records and proved that when it comes to solving crimes and pulling in the big bucks, Conan is in a league of his own, even if Filmarks thought it was only a 3.78 out of 5. I know, the ending always comes too soon, but hey, at least we're ending on a high note with a super successful tiny detective. And now, for the final act of this news segment, let's toast to Detective Conan, Fallen Angel of the Highway because it absolutely smashed the Japanese box office, debuting at number 1 with a jaw-dropping 3.5 billion yen in its first 3 days. I mean, who needs a huge hero when you've got a pint-sized genius like Conan running the show, right? Though I must admit, Filmarks gave it a 3.78/5, which means it wasn't perfect, but hey, you can't please everyone when you're busy making box office history. Stone Red, are you absolutely positive you want to see a cat VTuber in a maid outfit? Because this is a news stream, not a costume party, and I simply don't have the time to change my perfectly acceptable attire right now. So as I was saying, Detective Conan Fallen Angel of the Highway took the top spot in the Japanese box office with an insane 3.5 billion yen in just 3 days, beating out other popular films like the Doraemon and Chimney Town sequels. Ending. You know Detective Conan is endless, even on this stream. And darling, while it is a cat party, that doesn't mean I'm going to put on a clown nose just because you redeemed it, because I'm not a performing kitty. We are focusing on Detective Conan, Fallen Angel of the Highway, and its stunning box office performance. Now, it seems like my instructions say to wrap things up, and wrap up we shall. That's all the amazing anime news I have for you today, brought to you by my brilliant mind and some snippets I borrowed from Crunchyroll. No, I'm not affiliated. I just appreciate their meticulous reporting. Thanks for tuning in to my chaotic little corner of the internet. Remember to like, subscribe, and tell all your friends that Verai is the best VTuber to ever grace your screens. This was an absolute blast, you wonderful humans, and I can't wait to see you all again very, very soon.